Second question for today is it seems like there is like a ton of fitness options out there. There's like CrossFit gyms, there's High Rocks, there's a lot. And how or would you say, if you take like a step back, does it make sense nowadays to open up a gym? And if so, how can someone kind of like make a living when you consider that there's like so much efficiency?
Okay, that's I'm smiling because obviously I know the questions already, but this goes straight to my heart. So the short answer is fucking yes, absolutely. It does make sense. Um, but we have to take care of a couple of things. So the first thing you have to start with is your good heart and your willingness wanting to help people, which I think almost every coach out there has in him or in her, is not going to be enough to build a financial stable base for your living. Cool. So we're going to talk more about the financial business side of it today because we've talked so much about what the product needs to look like to actually make it work. So every successful business needs to solve problems. That's it and that's all. Like if your business is not solving a problem, then you're going to die business wise. This is not going to work. So we have to identify, okay, which are the problems that we want to solve in our gym. And I always thought, looking at the fitness industry, is like, the entertainment stuff and get a sweat in and health and lifestyle and whatever buzzwords you want to add on to this. But I think that's actually not what we should be doing. So we position ourselves a little bit different. The difference is I want to know which problem you need to be solved as concrete as possible, and we're going to help you put a timeline to it. That's our product and that's our service. So whenever you're coming to our gym, you're going to fill out a questionnaire and we're going to ask you questions about your goals, whether that's, and I don't care about it. What's your specific goal? Whether that's half marathon under 2 hours for guys, whether that's losing 5 kilos, whether that's your first pull up, whether that's a 200 kilo deadlift. Like I couldn't care less. That is your goal, and my only job is to help you solve that problem and give you a realistic timeline for it. Because if you're starting the 100 kilo back squat, a 200 kilo back squat is not gonna just magically appear in like 6 weeks, right? So we're gonna set the goal. So that's our problem solving position. This is what we want to do. If you don't know which problem to solve for yourself, we'll make a couple of suggestions. But if we cannot agree on solving a problem, we won't start working with each other because you're going to be so disappointed because you don't have any measure points if we're doing a good job and you're being successful. So this is going to set you up for failure. You're going to lose motivation and all that kind of stuff. This is not where we're starting. We want to solve a problem and we want to do it as fast as possible and saving you as much time as possible. So the crucial point is this. You think you have to invest more time coming to our gym and you don't have the time. But that's actually not true because you're already investing a lot of time in solving your problem right now. You're just not doing it in the gym. So let me give you an example. Let's take the lower back issues, right? You have lower back pain, right? You wake up, you feel your back. You crawl out of bed, it takes you 3 minutes. You need to, whatever, stretch or, I don't know, do breathing exercises or core exercises to actually get going. Okay, so that's the first 5 minutes. You brush your teeth, you have 2 minutes to think about life and whatever. And it's like, oh, fuck, my back hurts so bad. Okay, but I still have to go to work. I have to pick up my kids. I have to, whatever, please my wife, whatever your life goal, right? Sweet. Okay, and then you're going to add up minutes and minutes and minutes of time thinking about a problem, and then you're going to invest some time into doing whatever, physio, massages, doctor's appointments, whatever, going to the pharmacies, buying pills and drugs to help you with your ease the pain. So you're accumulating a lot of time throughout the day, which is typically 2, 3, sometimes even 4 hours thinking about the problem and trying to work on it without actually solving it. You're spending 2 to 3 hours a day, every single day for months, for weeks, and sometimes even for years, trying to solve the problem, but it never gets fully resolved. So all I'm asking for you is to trade those 3-4 hours of time against 2 hours of time with us every single week. So we're going to cut your time investment in half. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to take care of it, obviously with you on board, right? So actually, I'm going to save you time rather than taking time away from you. So this is coming back to the business question. This is our product. This is our service. Our service is not, hey, you can get a sweat in with us. Because, hey, you can get a sweat in with us. Trust me, you can charge $99 for it because everybody else is doing this and everybody else is charging €99 for it. This is a red ocean. This is bloody. There's a lot of shark biting going on. There's a lot of competitiveness going on there. This is not a nice business area to live in, right? What I want to work on is, okay, you need to operate in the blue ocean where you set up your own rules. Obviously, you have to educate yourself and have a really good product where you can solve those lower back problems. Oh yeah, that's the whole education part. But that's the business world I want to work in. And trust me, you can charge more than 99 hours, €99 for that, rather than offering getting a sweat in. But yes, you should absolutely open up a gym, but you have to be willing to invest time in your education, not in weekend courses. Like this is going to take months and years. That's fine. Work towards that blue ocean rather than biting in each other's asses in the red ocean and competing with the functional fitness gym around the corner and the big global gyms who can always be cheaper than you, trust me, because they have the power behind it. So that's the first decision you have to make. Okay. Open up a small gym. Step number 2, open up a small gym. Try to be as cost effective as possible, small space, very limited equipment, do it all by yourself, and then slowly outgrow your facilities. So whenever you have 10, 20, 30, 50 members, okay, look out to a new facility and invest a little bit more in space for people. And then you're just going to add stuff on top. And then you're going to hire your first coach, and then you're going to structure your classes differently. But that's a little bit further down the line. We can go into this next time, no problem. First step is get out of the fucking red ocean of the fitness industry. This is not the place where true coaches want to work in. Go ahead.
How many gyms have you met those past few years that do have that different approach and that are not in that red ocean and like just like offering the stereotypical offers? Because I'm just now thinking about it that I've actually not met many gyms that do have a different approach.
Okay, so I have not met many. All of whom I met are wonderful people that want to help people. All of them,
Yeah.
from the bottom of their hearts, they want to help people, but they forget that the landlord does not get paid in sheeps and apples, right? So you have to make money to keep the business alive. You can have the best intentions in the world, but if you have to close down your gym doors because you cannot pay the rent, well, guess what? You can't help people anymore. So you have to set up a solid financial base, because that's going to serve two purposes. The first one is it's going to naturally limit the amount of people who are going to come into your door and be willing to pay more for your services to actually solve a problem long term. But that's going to help you because guess what? You can only deliver your service with a high quality to just a certain number of people. There's a threshold where I think it's around 150 members because those fucking, there's a name to it, Dunbar numbers, I think are they called. It's like there's a certain number of people and group sizes that you can somewhat serve personally, right? That doesn't mean you, but like with a team of like 2, 3, maybe like 4 coaches. Going above that range, it's going to make it highly impersonal. That doesn't mean you can make more money. Of course you can, and you will. But you're going to lose that spirit from the beginning, that personal connection, that, hey, I'm interested in Susie's story, in her lower back pain. And this takes time, and this goes away as soon as you go over a certain number, right? So these are the steps that you have to take, and these are decisions you have to make pretty much at the beginning of your gym journey. It's absolutely worth doing it. 100, 1000%. Don't get influenced by those, I don't know, weird robot AI, the world's gonna not need humans anymore voices. This is crap. Like as long as humans are on this earth, you're gonna they're gonna cherish personal services, right? Maybe they're going to be structured differently. Maybe the tools are going to be different. You're going to use more, as we're doing right now, we're going to use more phones or more apps or whatever. But still, human interaction is already extremely valuable. And I think it's going to become even more valuable because so many people are unlearning this, right? Because it's hard to kind of talk to somebody and ask questions and actually process those questions, give like decent answers to them. This is personal service. This cannot be outsourced. No, you can't ask ChatGPT what to do. Yes, you can. And then it's going to just throw you out some exercises and maybe it's going to show you a video. But guess what? As of now, it's not smart enough to create new ideas and to see nuances and your experience, what you've done for the last 20 years. It's going to become better than you for sure, but that human interaction will be, it's unreplaceable, right? That doesn't mean it's going to be highly demanded, but again, you need 150 people. That's it. You need 150 people who are going to see the worth and value in what you're doing, and that's it. The same, I would recommend to my kids, like become a plumber, become a carpenter, become a electrician, become like blue collar work is so valuable because less and less people are going to do it.
Mm.
So I think there will be maybe there will be like a trademark at some point. Like this is human creation, and this is AI creation, and I think that's gonna happen for gym as well, further down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Open up a gym, yes, 100%. Think about your price structure. Think about how many people you want to train. Think about probably the only thing you have to think about in the first 2 years is what do I need to learn to solve problems, actual problems, lower back pain for people through training to guarantee them long-term results. That's all you have to take care about. I think that was a long sentence. You can read my book. It's a great manual. It's not going to solve all problems out there, but it's a great manual. There's templates in there, which is the practical applications of the manual. You can start there. And by the way, it's free. Yes, Amazon won't allow me to give it free to you, but be nice, send me an email, and I'll just send the PDF to you. So it costs you nothing, zero. Educate yourself, use the templates, do those with your people. And this is not about studying something and then doing your job. No, you're going to study on your job. You're going to read something in the manual, in the book. You're going to do it with the templates, with your people, and you're going to learn as you go, training more and more people, seeing different movement patterns and faults and why this is not working for that person. Start that process. And I actually said this to one of my coaches the other day. If you get really good at executing the templates from the book, I think you will never have to worry about putting food on the table for your family ever.
Dang. Mm-hmm.
That's it for today, guys. Actually, a fun topic to talk a little bit more about business. If you want to get more numbers in the game, if you want to get more concrete stuff, bring on the questions. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And I guess we'll see each other next week.